Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Ananda. My channel name is Ananda Monet, but a lot of people know me as Ananda. This video will actually be split up into like two videos. The first video is going to be me talking about how you can increase your breast milk supply overnight. I think I'm gonna give like a few little disclaimers just because I don't want nobody trying to come for me. Breastfeeding can be like a sensitive subject to some people, and it's just one of those topics that like a lot of people have different opinions on. I'm not a professional, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert. I'm a mom. I breastfeed. I have been breastfeeding for 7 months now, and also I'm going to be saying breastfed a lot and breastfeeding throughout this video, but you guys, at this point I do not feed my son from my breast anymore. I stopped feeding him from my breast when he was 3 months. I only exclusively pump. So these things are just my opinion and things that I have learned just from breastfeeding myself and just from experience, you know. Basically, in the beginning, I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just, you know, going with the flow, because at my hospital, they didn't give me a step-by-step, okay, this is what you need to do, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. Like, they kind of just gave me a few tips, and then I was kind of just like having to figure out everything else on my own. Just a little tip, you guys, if you are feeding your baby from your breast, make sure you are alternating each side. So don't just feed from your right side, or don't just feed from your left side. If one feeding you feed from your right side, the next feeding feed from your left side. I used a nipple shield when I was breastfeeding, but still, like, I would get cracked nipples, and I'm trying not to steer off topic because I can do that. I'm going to get to the point in a minute. Basically, the way your milk supply works, and don't quote me on this, you guys, I'm not a professional, like I said. The way it works, or what I think it works, and I think my doctor may have told me this, when you empty your breast, you feed your baby, pump, whatever, when you empty the milk from that breast, it tells your body to produce more milk in that breast. When you're not feeding or pumping from whichever breast, your body is not being told to produce more milk. So your body is going to assume that you don't need any more milk in whatever breast. I would be super tired at night, and what would happen was he would be so comfortable on my breast and he would fall asleep. So when he would fall asleep, he wouldn't be getting full. So then he'd fall asleep, and then he'd wake up irritated because he was still hungry. 30 minutes to an hour later, he'd wake back up, and then I'd have to feed him again. It took him forever to feed, like forever. Mind you, I'm tired. I am not getting any sleep. I didn't want to breastfeed anymore because, like I said, my nipples were really sensitive. It was starting to become painful because I was getting sore, and I started to make the decision that I wasn't going to breastfeed anymore. I was only going to strictly pump because it was just too painful. I just didn't like the feeling of him feeding from my breast. It wasn't hard to wean him. He took a bottle. I started feeding him with the Dr. Brown's wide neck glass bottles. I don't know if y'all can see it, if it's clear or whatever in the camera, but I started feeding him with the Dr. Brown's wide neck glass bottles, and the nipple looks like this, similar to a breast, or that's what it said online, which is why I got them. And I wanted glass bottles because it just seemed more cleaner to me. They don't hold on to the film that plastic does when, you know, from the milk or whatever. And I'm steering off topic, so I'm going to hop back on topic because I'm going to get more deep and more in depth on breastfeeding and all these other things that I'm discussing in my other video. This video is strictly just for how I boost my supply overnight, but I kind of have to give y'all a little backstory just so y'all can understand, you know, where I'm coming from. But if you want to increase your supply literally overnight within a few hours, there is a drink. It's called Body Armor. I've only tried it once, and the one time that I tried it, it worked so well. And I recently have just tried it. Before, I have never drunk anything or ate anything to make my supply go up. I was just way too scared of it actually doing the opposite and making my supply decrease or drying my milk up. So I never drunk or ate anything, but I've heard so many good things about the Body Armor drink, and so I just tried it one time. And when I say my breasts were so full, like, so every 6 hours I can pump up to 7 to 8 ounces in each breast. And when I drank that Body Armor drink, I produced 8 ounces from each breast and then 6 ounces combined from each breast. So in total, I produced 22 ounces of milk in one session just from drinking one Body Armor drink within a few hours. So when I tell y'all that drink works so well, that is how you can increase your supply overnight. Now, if you don't want to drink anything, you don't want to eat anything, you just want to naturally increase it, it's not going to happen overnight. It will take probably about 2 to 3 days. Some people, it might even take a full 5 days to a week for your body to catch up and realize, okay, like, I need to be producing more milk. If you want to produce more milk that way, watch my next video that I'm about to post, and I will be explaining everything that you need to do to have a continuous good supply of milk. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.